What's cracking, guys? We got a load of wild garlic today. We're in the kitchen. Our good friend Sam and Emma went and foraged this last night. We're lucky to have loads of countryside around where we are, and there's some really great places for this kind of thing. The smell is absolutely amazing, and if you've tasted it before, you know what we're talking about. It's pretty special. We're hoping to sort of have an experiment and see if we can make something really cool with this wild garlic, something that's foraged, and we'll turn it into something really tasty. We're thinking maybe a wild garlic salt, perhaps with like a hint of lime, Emma suggested, and we're just gonna have a play. So we're gonna chuck some in the dehydrator, possibly mix them up with some salt, and we'll see how it goes.
Clean up on aisle 7.
Okay, we've got everything washed, got all the little bugs and stuff off of it, and now we're gonna sort of process it. So one way we're gonna make a wild garlic salt, basically. So one of the ways we're gonna do it is by stripping the leaves off the stalks, and we're gonna grind it all up with some sea salt. We're gonna layer it out onto some sheets, and then we're gonna chuck it in the dehydrator. And then the other way we're going to do it is by just laying out the leaves as they are in the dehydrator, and then we'll blend it up into a powder, and then we'll try mixing it into salt manually that way. We've also got some limes as well, so we'll squeeze some limes into the wild garlic and salt kind of paste, and then we'll spread that out too, see if we can get some other cool flavors in there. And then, yeah, see how it goes. But we're just going to make a small batch with this. So we're going to go with 200 grams of the wild garlic to 2 kilos of the salt and see what happens. But yeah. Okay, so we've mixed some of the salt and some of the wild garlic. Seems definitely quite mushy. Seems quite wet. Oh my god. It smells amazing. Look at the colour of that. That's so sick.
So sick.
Yeah, I could probably figure out how. That's charging extra. I'll go stop eating. It's so fucking good. Company car. Company car. Pretty much following.
So I'm trying to spread it quite thin. It's quite hard, because even though it's pasty, it's still kind of clumpy. So I'm going to flatten it as much as I can, and hopefully it will dry nice and evenly and quickly. But I think we're going to have this in there for at least 2 days. It always takes quite a long time to dehydrate stuff anyway, especially when it's actually like wet like this. So this will be ones with the lime on, and then we're going to do the regular without. We're also going to dry all the spare leaves as well, and then blend that and see if it makes something cool.
I never really had that much pesto.
Okay, so we've jam-packed the dehydrator. Hasn't been used for about 2 years, so this is a lot of action. I don't think we could physically fit any more in, so I don't know how it's going to affect the drying time, but we'll just see how it goes. We've got all of the salts and the pastes under here, some with lime, some without, all using the smoked salt. And then we've got the straight up wild garlic and the flowers, because Emma says they taste even better, so we're going to try those as well. But we'll see you in a few days, I guess. Welcome to Dehydration Watch with me, Tubby Tom. Here we can see we've only had these in for a few hours, and it's already looking really dry. So even though I said earlier that it was probably going to be 2 days, I think some of it might be already well on the way. So at the bottom we've got the lime salt, the lime and wild garlic, which has gone like a browny beige colour, which looks a bit like sick. And then above that, the pure like wild garlic smoked salt seems to be nice and green still. Then the bits on the top, well, actually let's just have a look, let's have a proper look. So I've got these at 70 degrees and they've been in for a good few hours now. It's not too hot, so I'll just put it out there and we can have a look. So they're all looking really dry, super crispy. I think those can probably come out and we'll get those blended up probably tomorrow now. They can sit overnight. Those look really cool. The flowers are just like breaking off, which is sick. It's exactly what we want. And then underneath, let's pull this one out, it's easier to see. Can you see that? It's still really nice and green and it's gone like crusty, so we'll have to put that into our blitzer and just see if, see if we can just grind that up. And then finally, we've got the lime one as well, which is a weird colour, but yeah, it's definitely like sorted. I don't know, that's great. Just need to pull them all out now. Probably let them cool down a bit. Might let them cool overnight, and then we'll smash them through the grinder and then see what we got. Okay, so we've got our wild garlic leaves. And they are really nice and dry, ready for crunching. Then we've got our wild garlic salt with an amazing colour. And then lastly, we've then got our lime and wild garlic salt. So we're gonna have a go at bashing these up in the grinder and see what works. Okay, so unfortunately the lime and wild garlic one is proving really difficult to get off the fucking greaseproof. I think it was too wet maybe, and it's just caked onto it like, I don't know, just fucking shit. So unfortunately where we're peeling it off, it's bringing off the greaseproof as well. Any tips on this, let us know. We can salvage some of it, like that is okay. It's not ideal though. It's going to be a real ball ache getting all this stuff off. But we will salvage what we can and we'll blend that one up. Then, if you want to start another video. But we did have more success with the straight up wild garlic salt. Em has just done a really good job here of peeling everything off, and we can see it's so much drier and crumbly, and it's exactly what we want in the salt. The colour is absolutely amazing on it. It's exactly what you would want from a wild garlic salt. So I'm kind of thinking that the lime was probably just a bit too wet and pasty. And I did add a lot of lime. I didn't really measure it or anything, I just dumped it in there. Whereas this one is kind of like straight up exactly what we want. So I think we'll give this a blend and let's see how it turns out. I didn't turn the thing on. Okay. Ready? The moment of truth. Whoa! It smells strong. That's a good sign. And we've just chopped it rather than ground it. Because really we want to get like nice chunks in there. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, I could have probably chopped it for a little bit longer. But that's what we're left with. That is so sick. I think it's taste test time. Okay, so we have managed to salvage all of the straight up wild garlic salt. Looks amazing. And yeah, I think now it's time to taste it. So let's see what we're dealing with. Oh my days! It's really good. It's good. It's got such a weird like depth in your mouth because we used the smoked salt with it, which is already tastes incredible. The wild garlic has a weird like fresh kind of like, oh, it's just such a crazy. It's shit describing food, isn't it? But it does taste banging. That would be so good. Do you know what I really want to try that with? Garlic bread. I just want to cook on some garlic bread and sprinkle this all over the top.
Yeah, on the melted butter.
Oh, yeah. And also we were saying about mixing something to butter. So, do you want to try?
Yeah, go on ahead.
Okay, you taste test.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Then I'm going to try too.
That's good shit.
What do you think?
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
It wasn't a waste of time. I think, well, we've got one more thing to do. We've got to blend up the wild garlic leaves now. And then we'll mix that manually with the salt and see whether that kind of flavour is different rather than pasting it up. So let's do that and then we'll finish. Ooh, crispy. I wonder what it tastes like dried actually. Should we try some? It tastes like, actually, it doesn't taste good. It tastes fucking good. Everything tastes like garlic bread. I think it's the colour of the leaves, isn't it? It's green, and you're used to seeing like herbs with garlic bread, aren't you? And that's just it. It literally tastes like garlic bread. Oh, we should put this into the garlic and herb seasoning. I might have to push that down. It smells so good. I think I have to. Okay, let's see what we got. It's like a micro batch. It's like a witch's cauldron. Okay. So what are we working with? That's quite cool. It's sort of combined. Looks cool. So the smell is like, it's like a million times better. It actually is just like, the wild garlic is coming through so much already. I know, I suppose the ratio of salt to garlic in there isn't probably right, but let's just try it. That's like crack. That is crack. Try it. it's a million times better.
Holy shit. They should make a gravy like that.
Yeah. How good is that?
Oh shit. That's really
That's
good.
the one.
That's awesome.
This is sick, but quite time consuming. This is like a million times better.
That is better.
That is insane. That's like concentrated like wild garlic. That's the essence of wild garlic. And the smoked salt.
It's the essence of Mother Nature.
Yeah, the essence of Mother Nature. That's what we're about. That is sick. Okay, I think we're going to have to blend the rest of it then.
Yeah, that is tasty.
So what we've learned from today, you can't really do lime with wild garlic salt because it was too wet in the dehydrator. Although, I suppose, if we'd have left it for longer, it probably wouldn't have made any difference. The one that did work was really cool and the yield is really high. The colour is awesome, but the flavour isn't as strong. The salt is overpowering. But then I wonder if we renegotiated the ratios of that to be a bit more like this one, it would be better. So we should have a play with that. But for now, like, I want to take that home. The sign of when we've done something good is when everyone wants to take something home.
Everyone wants a sample part.
Yeah, everyone wants to take this home. So, yeah, sick.
And we were just saying that you can put it on your new potatoes with
Yeah.
olive oil, on
Yeah.
your jacket potato with melted butter,
100%.
garlic breads, everything.
Basically, this is carbs' best friend. And we love carbs. So, yeah, make this at home. Make it and tag us in it and show us what you do. Also, if you've got any recommendations, let us know in the comments. And yeah, this is fun. What should we dehydrate next? Let us know what we should dehydrate next. Or we'll get Sam and Emma to go and forage something else from the wild. You had some ideas. What was the thing you brought in the other day?
Wood sorrel, and
Wood sorrel.
it's when mushrooms are in season.
Yes.
Dehydrate the mushrooms.
We
You can
could-
do mushroom powder.
That would be so sick. But yeah, any suggestions, let us know. And yeah,
Cool.
peace.
Peace.